Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for standing by. Welcome to the Pension Fund Update Conference Call. At this time, all participants are in a listen-only mode. Later, we will conduct a question-and-answer session. Instructions will be given at that time. If you should require assistance during the call, please press star, then 0. This conference is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference over to your host, Jim Hamlet. Please go ahead.
Thank you, operator. Hello, everyone. I'm delighted that you have joined us today for this year-end report. For the next hour, I will be your host for this question and answer session. As is our custom, I have several colleagues sitting with me today who I will call on in the event that they may best be prepared to answer your question. In particular, I would introduce Duncan Draper, our Vice President, Chief Financial Officer, and Treasurer, David Stone, our Vice President and Chief Investment Officer, and Sandra Michael Bowers, our Vice President for Member Services. Michael Porter, Director of Health Services, and Eugene Fisher, Vice President for Employer Services, are on assignment, but I understand that they may be on the line and could be available to answer questions. This session, as indicated earlier, is scheduled for 1 hour. It is being recorded and will be posted on our website early next week. If we run out of time and your question has not been answered, you may want to join us by email. Ask your question and we'll be glad to respond. Our email address is pfcc1@pensionfund.org. Please keep in mind that this is a public forum, and as such, it is important that you do not ask us to discuss specific issues around your account. We do not want to reference anything that would violate personal privacy for your accounts or your situation. We will open up the questions in just a moment, but first I would like to offer a few other comments. Investment markets were challenging in 2014. I know all of the news of record highs seem to mask, in many ways, the strains of other investment sectors. The major gains that we saw in the markets were largely limited to what we would call large growth-oriented organizations. International equity, fixed income, both domestic and foreign, proved to be challenging sectors last year. So our overall return was more modest in 2014 than in the prior year. That said, I'm delighted to report that we will deliver quarterly statements within the first 2 weeks of April that will reflect the impact of an action by our Board of Directors to grant good experience credits of 3.5% for tax-deferred accounts, 4% for benefit accumulation accounts, 2% for Roth IRA, and 2.5% for legacy IRA accounts that were active on December 31 of last year. All of those special credits are based upon the average principal balance of each account in 2014. The good experience credits will be added to the principal balance of accounts on March 31, and as I said, will be reflected in your quarterly statements. For those of you who are pension plan members, the annual statement of pensions will be sent out later in April. Your statement will reflect the action of our Board of Directors to grant a 3.5% special apportionment based upon accrued pension credits as of December 31, 2014, or your actual pension at that date. Special apportionments will be added to pension accounts on July 1 of this year. Following each of these events, you will be able to access your updated account information provided you have signed up for My Pension Fund through our website. I would also like to remind you that the Pension Fund launched its traditional IRA program in February to complement the Roth program that has been available the last couple of years. We are excited to add this new program to our stable of pension and retirement savings options to serve you. Accounts may be opened with new contributions or rolled over or transferred from another account. You may also want to watch for an announcement later this spring about the reactivation of the Benefit Accumulation Account Program in months to come. I do hope you're planning to attend the General Assembly in Columbus this July. If you are, please be sure to check our website regarding the time and place of pension fund breakfasts and other activities. We look forward to seeing you there. Now, operator, it's time. Let's open for questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you wish to ask a question, please press star, then 1 on your touch-tone phone. A voice prompt on your phone line will indicate when your line has been opened. You may remove yourself from the queue at any time by pressing the star key followed by the digit 2. If you're using a speakerphone, please pick up the handset before pressing the corresponding digits. Once again, please press star 1 at this time. And we'll take our first question. Caller, go ahead.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Glenn Stewart.
Hi, Glenn.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
Who am I speaking with?
This is Jim Hamlet.
Cut it out. Is it just you and me on the line here, Jim?
No, you are on a national phone call, my friend. You've got thousands and thousands of listeners.
That's what I thought. Okay, I don't have any questions, though. I wanted to hear what you had to tell me.
Oh, well, we talked about special apportionments and good experience credits. Did you hear that report?
No, but I got it on the web page right in front of me, and I like it.
Okay, very good. Very good.
I'm jumping up and down dancing, matter of fact, Jim Hamlin.
Well, I appreciate that. It's always good to see you dance. So
that's a toss-up, but that's okay.
Yes, but if you have no other questions, how about if you just listen and we'll see who does have questions.
I want to listen.
Okay, thank you, my friend.
Again, if you'd like to ask a question, it is star 1 on your touch-tone telephone. Again, it is star 1 to ask a question. At this time, there are no questions over the phone lines.
Operator, let's give it another minute, and if not, then we will assume we've answered everyone's questions and say goodnight.
And we'll take our next question.
Okay.
My name is Lonzo Wise, and I got my card about 3 o'clock this afternoon, so I don't know what this is all about, but I didn't get my card in time to make any preparation.
Well, I was afraid of that. Mr. Wise, we were talking about special apportionments and good experience credits. Did you hear that discussion?
No, well, I'm retired now. I've been retired for years, and I just kind of wanted to know where the pension fund was and what they were doing.
Okay. Well, the pension fund is doing well, and we just announced a 3.5% increase in pensions as of July 1.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay. So if that's the only account you have, that's the one that affects you.
Now, is for us who are retired, is there still a program in that part of the money that we have received can be used for housing allowance and things of that sort?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That remains true. We automatically approve a 60% housing allowance on your pension unless you ask for something different.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good to talk with you, sir.
And we'll take our next question.
Jim?
Yes?
Larry Kuntz in Martinsville, Indiana.
How are you, Larry?
Just fine. It's good to hear about the special apportionment. That's always appreciated. The question I have is if we have dollars that we would want to put into, like instead of a savings account or something, what do you have to offer us? I mean, is that IRA open to any of us who would have money that we could put in there?
The IRA is open to anyone who is eligible as a pension plan member. So it would be the pastor or church employee.
Okay.
Okay? And they could open up an IRA or they could open up a Roth IRA.
Okay.
Okay? We'd be glad to send you information if you'd like.
I would appreciate that very much, yes.
Okay? Be glad to do that.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
Again, if you'd like to ask a question, it's star 1. And we'll take our next question.
Thank you. Mr. Hamlet, my name is, I won't give you my name, but I will tell you that I am a former employee of CTS.
Okay.
And I spent nearly 20 years working in their marvelous library.
Okay.
And now I've been retired. Well, it seems like the numbers keep changing on me at this moment. But I'm now 80 years old, so that'll tell you how long. I worked until I was 77, so actually I've only been retired about 7 years.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm telling you with this opportunity that I've been given through this line that how grateful I am to have been an employee. I simply answered an ad in the newspaper and went for my interview with the librarian at that time, and that's where I spent the rest of my life, and it's been a blessing to me as I worked, and it still is.
Well, you were certainly a blessing to the folks going through cemetery and the faculty and staff. You did a marvelous job over the years.
Oh, well, I felt like the library was almost the hub at that time for the students. Things like it was just like going home. But I just wanted to take this opportunity to let you know, and everyone at the pension fund, how grateful I am.
Well, thank you so much, and it is an honor to serve you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
At this time, there are no further questions over the phone lines.
Operator, let's give it another minute.
Again, if you'd like to ask a question, it is star 1. And we'll take our next question.
Okay. Besides having a pension fund program, I invested money in the pension program itself on the sideline. Now, I have to move, according to the government, a certain amount of that money out every year, don't I?
If you are subject to retire or the required minimum distribution, yes, sir.
Okay.
And who am I speaking with, sir?
Alonzo Wise.
Oh, of course, sure.
I've been in the pension fund since 1955, and I invested, money in the pension fund besides paying for my
sure.
stuff.
And if you would have to take a minimum distribution each year. We would tell you that amount.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good to talk with you, sir.
Again, it is star 1 on your touch-tone telephone. And it is star 1 to ask a question. And we'll take our next question.
I just want to thank the pension fund for being so kind and good. One of the best things I did is when I joined the pension fund back in the 50s, and I want to express my appreciation for all of the good things that you've done for me.
Thank you so much, sir. We're honored to serve you.
Again, it is star 1 to ask a question. Again, that is star 1 to ask a question. At this time, there are no further questions over the phone lines.
Okay, thank you. Well, let me have a final word then. I want to thank all of you who have offered questions and those of you who have been listening in. I trust that we have responded in a manner that is helpful. Our goal is always to care for the resources that have been entrusted to us in a prudent and thoughtful manner, taking care to address the unique requirements and risks associated with each of the programs we offer. Throughout this process, no one has ever lost a penny of value in any of the programs, and that's over nearly 120 years. Know that all of us, staff and directors alike, will continue to focus on all of our energy toward maintaining the pension fund's financial strength, even as we seek ways to serve more effectively and broadly in the life of the church. We thank you for the privilege of serving you and for your interest this evening. We will schedule another forum when we believe it is appropriate and we have important information to share. Until then, please call or email us if you have further questions. It is our great honor to serve you. Have a good evening.
That concludes our conference for today. Thank you for your participation and for using AT&T teleconference service. You may now disconnect.